September 5th, 2017, we had a low light training course. So we were advised to go and clean our weapons. I was at the cleaning table. I had said something to my sergeant, something job related or whatever. And then I couldn't tell where he was. I knew he was on the right side of me, but I don't know how close he was or whatever because I was concentrating on my gun. And I heard a bang. I was shot by my sergeant. My name is Phil Roselle. Originally from Greenwich, but I moved to Norwalk at a young age, and I've been a police officer for 30 years in the Department of Norwalk, and I did it to the fullest. I was working in one of the toughest areas per choice, and every kind of qualification that I needed to maintain being a police officer and all, I conquered that 100%, always passed everything. September 5th, 2017, we had a low light training course. Training was classwork, paperwork, learning if there were any more techniques to use. And then after that, we went to the range to utilize what we had learned. So we were advised to go and clean our weapons, which I did. I was at the cleaning table. I had said something to my sergeant, something job related or whatever. And then I couldn't tell where he was. I knew he was on the right side of me, but I don't know how close he was or whatever because I was concentrating on my gun. And I heard a bang. I was shot by my sergeant.
My name is Debbie Roselle, a wife of Officer Philip Roselle. September 5th, I was working and I was at the office. I got an instant message from the receptionist saying that there were 2 police officers there to see me. So I went downstairs. There was the deputy chief, and he's like, "You need to come with us. Phil's been shot." And I was numb. And then it was brought to my attention that he was accidentally shot.
I was brought back up to the hospital, in which I stayed for like 4 days. All that time, I kept feeling a lot of pain in my chest. They were persistent on thinking it was just like a piece of the scrap metal from the bullet. So they took another x-ray, and sure enough, there was a full round lodged between my ribs. At one point, I thought it was just something that I was just going to heal with the bullet hole in my arm. And after finding out that I had a bullet in my chest, I thought, well, they'll be able to take it out and things will be going back to the way it used to be. Well, my hand didn't heal the way I wanted it to. I have nerve damage with that. I have a bullet in my chest that I feel every day, and my health has declined. I have post-traumatic stress syndrome, and I have kidney failure, in which I need a donor.
The impact on my family has been very difficult, to say the least, for everybody around and everybody that's involved.
My whole family had to do a complete 360 in the ways of how we're living now than we did prior to the incident. September 4th, there's no problem with me. I was doing my job. I was fine. I was doing stuff with my kids and all that. When I got shot, everything just kind of declined.
Phil is not well. He's days he's weaker than others.
I was used to always helping people out. That was my job. And I was the father figure, the foundation of the family and all. And now it's kind of opposite now, and it's kind of hard to deal with that because I'm not used to people helping me. I'm used to giving the help. There are just things that I can't do that I used to do, especially with my boys. I have 5 boys, and we're all into sports and all. I used to coach, go out and practice with them. Now I'm either too tired or too weak to do stuff like that, which puts me in a more of a dark place sometimes because I just feel that I'm no longer the father that I used to be. They have doubts in their minds every day. Is my father going to live? You know, is this the last day I'm going to be able to have dinner with him, or watch a movie with him, or go for a walk and all, or is this is it?
Very traumatizing for them to see that.
Incident that happened, the bullet went through my arm and into my chest where it remains. But I wasn't ready to retire, you know, prior to getting shot. You know, I had wanted to put 5 more years on, at least 6, and I couldn't do that, you know. I had been receiving workers' compensation up until a certain point, and they denied me after that. In fact, they denied me twice, and I didn't know about that at the time. You know, I was still receiving paychecks, but I didn't realize that they were coming out of my sick time and my vacation time. I've got post-traumatic stress syndrome, and I have kidney failure due to the incident that happened. And it's kind of difficult because the city is contesting. They feel it's not job related. This is kind of a health incident, and that they don't want to cover it.
My husband's been on the force for 30 years. He dedicated himself, you know, to this community, this city. When you're in that, when you're doing that for that many years, you don't think about anything that's going to happen in a negative way. You don't think that you're going to get shot or hurt. But the reality is, now that we're going through this, he has been shot. And it's really hurtful to me, coming from my point of view, that the lack of support that he has gotten from not the city and the community. I'm actually very grateful for the people that we have here. They have been amazing. But the lack of support that he has gotten from his immediate department, from the police department.
Police officers, you know, we put our life on the line every day, you know, and all we ask for is some kind of support when things like this happen.
I hate to say this, but I never really gave it thought before about a kidney. It was only when I just realized that my husband needs one that I've done the research on it.
It's been kind of hard because, one, you don't want to just walk around saying, hey, my name is Phil Roselle, and by the way, can I have your kidney? I mean, it's a very strong request.
Unfortunately, I had gestational diabetes twice, so I would not be a candidate for that. As you know, as much as I would love to, you have to be healthy and have a healthy background to be a donor.
And a lot of people feel that there might be complications if they were to donate, and they might be going through what I'm going through, and that's not the case. It's not as bad as individuals believe it is. You go through the surgery, which isn't a big ordeal, and you're back to doing the things that you did before. There is no stipulations or you know, now that you've done this, you can't go jogging or hiking or traveling or whatever. Life is back to normal again. And the beautiful thing about it is back to normal for that individual that has donated a kidney and the individual that received it. You can save a life, you know, so that that individual can do things that he or she hasn't done in a long time. There are a lot of people out there that have donated, and there are a lot of people that will express what they went through when they donated. It's almost like a feeling of kindness, knowing that you have donated something that's very important. That's the best feeling that one could ever have. As always, we want to live to a ripe old age, you know, and see grandkids, and, you know, there's so much to do still, you know. So it would mean a lot. It would mean a lot.